Yo, what up, niggas? It's your buddy Philko here reporting live from Dnipropetrovsk, Ukraine. And today I'm making a quick video kind of about me and more about my involvement with other people. And something that's just been on my mind, and I try not to say anything, but I keep getting comments and people feeling a certain way and saying certain things that now I have to make a video about it. And here we go. It's going to sound like I'm ranting. Might be a rant. It's going to sound like I'm talking about someone specifically. I'm not talking about anyone specifically. I have a lot of people involved in my life many different ways. So if you take it as in I'm talking about you, I guarantee you, you're wrong. This is something that kept happening from... I kept getting this kind of energy or these kind of comments from numerous people, and it built up to the point in which I had to make this video. First thing I basically have to say is, I am not you. One, you don't know me very well at all. That's one. Whoever's listening to this, unless you're somebody who spent a lot of time with me, your crew, or you're someone who I'd lived with for at least 4 months, you really have no fucking idea who I am. You have no idea. That's basically one. That's where we have to start. You don't know me. You gotta also understand I'm not you. So what I don't like is when people try to not understand what I want to do with me because they wouldn't like to do that. Example, let's say somebody's celebrating Christmas, right? And they're like, oh, wow, I'm gonna go celebrate Christmas. Phil, you gotta come celebrate Christmas. Phil's like, nah, and I'm like, nah, I don't celebrate Christmas, you know. What? You don't celebrate Christmas? How can that be? That's so sad. You never did this and that. I'm like, okay, whoa, relax. I'm 28 years old. I know what Christmas is. I've had many options to celebrate it. For my own reason, I'd rather not celebrate it, do anything special. You guys can go ahead. I just don't want to do it. Oh, dude, that can't be. You gotta celebrate Christmas. Yo, what the fuck did I just say? I don't want to celebrate Christmas. Oh, Thanksgiving. You gotta give thanks and all stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'd rather not celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, I can have a big meal, whatever. I appreciate it, but I'm not really wanna like advertise Thanksgiving. It's not my thing. It's really not. You know, it's not my thing. Same thing with Christmas. It's really not. What? You got it, so thanks and all this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? Especially when these things are common in America, like American traditions, things that I know well already. It's not like you're trying to introduce something new to me. It's something that I can choose to participate in or not. And when I don't choose to participate in these certain things, certain people get a certain way and they start to feel bad for me when it's fucking stupid, in my honest opinion. You shouldn't feel bad for a person because they choose to do something that necessarily you or the average person wouldn't want to do. Not everybody's the same, especially in my case. I am not you. You know what I mean? And I'll give another great example. Towards the end of my tour, last tour I had in Russia, I was invited to a party. At this time, I felt two different ways for a certain reason. I felt a certain way for a certain reason and another way for another reason, but I'll show you throughout the story. So I was invited to this party. I really didn't want to go. I was starting to feel, you know, it was snowing, it was cold. I was starting to feel as if that I needed alone time, but because of my job, you know, I couldn't have it. So I had to go to this party, and this party was off the hook. This party was great. The party was awesome, and I appreciate the party being thrown. There's nothing wrong. I'm not complaining. That's one through a party for me, but I enjoyed it as much as I could. But honestly, I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. And I think some people may have realized I didn't want to be there, but I really didn't want to be there. But I went, I drank a little, I had fun, I did my thing, then I went home. I didn't stay that long, but I had fun. About 2 months later, the guy who threw the party writes me. He's like, man, you know, I hope everything's all right with you. I realized you really didn't want to be at that party, this and that. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, I feel I just need to be alone. But because of my career, one, people don't understand that, and two, I don't have those opportunities often to be alone. People are selfish. They don't realize that not everybody wants to do what you want to fucking do. So it's like they think, oh man, you gotta come to this party. They think to themselves, Phil either has to come to this party or Phil either has to do this in order to be happy. Do you not realize that Phil just fucking did this shit for like 2 years straight? When Phil wanted to sit the fuck down sometimes, it was not an option for him because it was his job. It was part of his business to keep a good decor with these people, go out, party and drink and do all this shit. and feels far away from home where he could just go to his room and no one says anything to him. Now I'm in a place where wherever I go, people know I'm there. There's a lot of people around who want to do business, who want to be friends, and that's okay. But it just sometimes people don't understand when you say, I don't want to do something, or I just want to be the fuck alone. They think, oh no, this guy, you know, he's a popular guy. He's not going to want to just do this and that. Nigga, ask. I'm a grown-ass man. Just understand people instead of jumping to conclusions. I'm a straight up grown-ass. I am straight the fuck up. That's the thing that's so surprising. I'm the kind of guy who won't sugarcoat anything. I'll tell you how it is. Just ask. What do you want to do? I don't want to do anything. I will accept the one question, why? That's weird. And I was like, that's just how I am. If I get more of, oh no, you got to do this, after that, I'm going to start getting angry. Because I've said many times, and I don't think people listen, that I've become an introvert this time of year. A lot of times I just want to be alone. And I don't have to explain to you why I want to be alone. I just want to fucking be alone. I don't care. People can ask every day, hey, can you come to my city? Hey, can we go out for a drink? I don't mind you asking, but once I give that answer, don't fucking try to analyze me. You're nobody to analyze me. I don't care who you are. Just leave it there. Let people be comfortable. You understand? So I'm not trying to rant on people. I'm not trying to seem angry, but the shit is aggravating. It's like sometimes I want to be alone. People give me a pity party because I want to be a fucking alone. What the fuck is that? You know how many people I fucking met in the last 6 months? Can I sit the fuck down by myself for a minute? You know, sometimes it feels real cool for me to be by myself in a new place on a special day. Sometimes I pretend like, I'm here. Nobody knows me. I feel like an undercover agent. That shit feels cool to me. I'm not... See, and that's another problem. People think I'm so fucking cool. I told you guys many times, I'm actually a loser who got lucky and figured out a way to be popular. But I am a loser. I do a lot of things that losers would do. I mean that shit. On my free time, if you guys knew what I was doing sometimes, you wouldn't believe it. I won't tell you, but you wouldn't believe it. The things I do in my free time, when I'm bored, the things I do, you would not believe it. You would think I have a mental issue. But that's how I enjoy myself, and I'm not ashamed. If you ask, I'm not going to tell you shit, because it's not your business. But it's just what I do. You know what I mean? Because it's just how I am. I remember me and my cousin, growing up, we used to make little stop motion pictures with toys all the time. Who's to say I don't still do things like that nowadays? You don't know, because you don't fucking know me, and I'm not going to tell you, because niggas going to start laughing and shit if I did something like that. Not saying I do or don't, but basically what I'm saying is I do a lot of weird shit when I'm by myself because I am a loser at heart, basically. And a lot of times, I just feel like a loser who wants to be alone, so he could do his loser things, have his own party. Even when I first, there's a video, there's numerous videos I have on my other channel when I first became popular, where I was talking about how I had parties by myself. Someone, sure, I had friends and stuff, of course I did, but sometimes maybe they didn't want to party, they didn't want to go to these places, but I did. So what I did, I'd party by myself. I'd play music, I put on a tie, have on my underwear, I dance around my cats, and I have a party by myself. Like, I straight up and down did that. And I know a lot of people find that weird, but I'm not you. I'm me. I enjoy my time the way I enjoy it. So I guess that's basically all I have to say. And another thing is, like, I need my alone time. And I guess people got it a little twisted when it came to Crazy Face, because I was with her like everywhere I went. But that's what I was telling you guys many, many times if you paid attention. I would say the best thing about Crazy Face is the fact that it's as if she's not there. I'm comfortable around her. The number one thing with me is comfort. I don't need a lot of money. I don't need parties. I don't need girls. What I need is to be comfortable. And when it's cold out, for some reason, I'm usually comfortable by my goddamn self. I don't like having to entertain people this time of year. I don't like it. I like being by myself. Of course, sometimes I can go out and see people, but I like being by myself. And there's even somebody who I have very strong feelings for, who's a very important person to me, who I had the opportunity, she was going to come here and be with me. And we had to decide whether she should come here or not. I decided in the end, no. This is a very important person to me. But I decided no, not because there's anything wrong with this person, just I'd rather have this time alone. You know what I mean? I'd much rather it. And this person to me is an amazing ass person. You know what I mean? I mean, if this person were to just arrive here, I'd be excited, I'd be happy, but I know after a few days go by, I'd be like, man, I just want to be alone. And that was the thing that was really special about Crazy Face. I never fucking noticed her when I was in the house. She would just sit there all day on her laptop. She usually wouldn't even say anything to me unless I said something to her first. I never fucking noticed her. She never ever sat next to me on my computer when I was talking to people. She respected my privacy. She never did that shit. Never once. Everyone I hang out with does that. Everybody. She's the only one who doesn't do that because she understands me. She never sat near me on the computer when I was having conversations with people on the computer because she understands my computer is my business and I treated her the same exact way. We never really collided indoors. We would collide outdoors over shit she did at a party or whatever. But inside, we never really had any disagreements because we understood each other extremely well. Sometimes I wanted to be alone. Sometimes she wanted to be alone. She kicked me out. She wanted to be alone. And I understood it and I respected it. It's not why this and that. It's just how it is, people. If you don't, the way I see it is the way we should communicate with people is ask, what do you want? And once someone answers what they want, respect it. It's that simple. Because once you start hammering or questioning someone like, why? What are you going to do? Or giving someone like negative energy because they don't do things you usually would do, they start to look at you as less of a person. So you have to respect people and their privacy, for one. So if someone's like, yeah, I don't really want to do this and that, why not? What are you going to do all day? That's not your fucking business. You know what I mean? That's not your business. Maybe it's a cultural thing over here is different, but if I say, I'm not in the mood to do this and that, why? What are you going to do? That's not your fucking business. No, maybe it's better if you don't come, maybe I'll use some free time. Free time? What are you going to do with your free time that I can't come? It's not your fucking business. Like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And I guess that's all I got to say, so this video is in no way saying things like, oh, don't try to hang out with me, don't try to contact me, don't try to bring me to your city, don't ask if you can come visit me. All that's fine, but once you get that answer, just float with it. That's it. You got the answer. It's different if I'm saying something, I'm not sure. Because if I say I'm not sure, I'm not sure. That's up for debate. I'm not sure. Maybe you can persuade me. But once I say, oh, I want this, I want that, I'm a grown-ass man. I know what I want, especially when it comes to my privacy and my alone time. I'm never, ever bored. That is one thing you need to know about me. I am never, ever bored. Never. Only person who knows this is Crazy Face. She's the only person who spent so many hours of my time on the east side of the world looking at me, seeing that I'm never bored. I can sit on my computer for literally 3 days straight without sleep if I had some pills, and I will never ever be bored if I have internet. I'm never fucking bored. You understand? So if I don't want to go party, I don't want to drink, if I don't want to do these things, I'm okay. I've done these things probably more than you the past 2.5 years, more than you've done in your whole life. In the past 2.5 years of partying and shit. I can use a break from that. You know what I mean? So don't worry. You should never, oh my god, I'm so sad for Philko because he doesn't want to do anything. Oh my god, he's going to be by himself this weekend. It's fine, nigga. When summertime comes, you'll see me back out, kissing girls in the street, doing crazy shit again. But it is not summertime, and I do not like cold. And like I said many times in my videos before, for some reason when it's cold, I like being by myself. So in conclusion, I don't mind hanging out with people. I don't mind if people visit me. But when you ask and I give the answer no, just leave it. Because you're going to start to become annoying. Seriously. And the other thing, don't fucking feel bad because I want to be by myself. That's what the fuck I want. Don't feel sorry for me because I'm doing what I want. That is retarded. If it's what I want to do, stop feeling bad, genius. She's like, oh great, Phil's doing what he wants to do, he's by himself. It's the fuck I want. You don't think I have offers to do things with people? You don't think I had offers in other cities and shit? You don't think I had it? Are you out of your mind? Of course. I just want to chill. And that's it, people. I don't know what else to say. I am out. Later.